Little Falls Community High School, home of the Flyer teams, is a 4-year institution that operates on a 12-week quarter. The high spirits of the student body are expressed not only in well-rounded championship athletic programs, but also in the theatrical realm. The school's well-equipped auditorium seeing constant utilization. Little Falls Community High School offers a solid, fundamental curriculum while providing a wide variety of elective opportunities for students to learn and grow. While encouraged to develop their talents and challenge their limitations, our pupils still exercise their own will in deciding to pursue college, vocational technical studies, or the world of work. From art class to auto shop, from algebra to agriculture, the young people of Little Falls Community High School are made ready to mold and shape new life in the world that awaits them.
We return to the Metropolitan Sports Center and the Minnesota State High School Girls Basketball Tournament.
This is the 1985 Minnesota State High School Girls Basketball Tournament.
Okay, thanks a lot, Tom. With me, two of the real big names in women's basketball here in Minnesota. Ellen Mosher-Hansen, the coach of the University of Minnesota women's team. Laura Coonan, her leading scorer, all-time leading scorer at the university. We're going to start off talking to Ellen. Ellen, first of all, what do you think of the talent you've seen in the tournament so far?
You know, it just really keeps improving every year, and it's really a thrill to come down here and just watch.
13-5 record in the Big Ten. You finished in third place, 18-10 overall. Pretty good year for you. This gal right here had a lot to do with it.
Well, Laura's a phenomenal player, and we're really going to miss her next year. You know, she finished with 2,044 points. Her number was 44, and we did retire her number, so I guess that was a fitting end.
All right, we're going to talk to her for a moment. Laura, how about that? 2,044 points. Did you ever come to the university thinking, setting a goal of becoming the all-time leading scorer?
Never. I came here to have fun and play and just do well, and good things happen.
Do you have any plans now that your college career is over?
Well, not at the moment. Maybe I might go over to Europe, but it's just hearsay right now.
You played your high school basketball in Wisconsin. What do you think of the Minnesota State tournament?
I think it's great. I've been watching Minnesota high school basketball 4 years, ever since I came here. I come to state tournaments, and it's so more enthusiastic than Wisconsin. It's like, it's all on TV. It's not in Wisconsin. It's really great. Laura
Coonan, thanks for stopping by. Good luck to you in the future. Ellen Mosher-Hansen, thank you. Let's go back upstairs.
All right, Jeff, I've been saying really all throughout her career, when Laura Coonan sets her mind on getting 2 points, I don't think there are too many players or teams who can deny her those 2 points. She is a great player, and her record speaks for itself. Couldn't you just die when you can't remember how you got home after the party? Well, next time, you might. The 1985 Minnesota State High School Girls Basketball Tournament will continue after station identification.
Beef puts pride in a body. In a balanced diet with plenty of exercise, it gives you a lot to go on. Beef gives strength.
Walt Disney's World on Ice is the greatest birthday party ever, and you're invited. There'll be famous ducks and fire trucks, clowns and cars, and skating stars.
Come join me and the whole gang to say, Happy Birthday, Donald Duck!
This is a once-in-a-lifetime show with all the magic and fantasy of Disney. It's fun for the whole family. Walt Disney's World on Ice.
Coming to Met Center March 20th through the 31st. Get your tickets now.
The news doesn't stop overnight, so we're here each morning at 6:30 for Sunrise.
For the latest in news, sports, and weather, join us for Sunrise at 6:30.
We return to the Metropolitan Sports Center and the Minnesota State High School Girls Basketball Tournament.
The statistics for the first half. The rebounding edge to Little Falls, but by the same token, Judy turned the ball over more times. I think that free throw shooting is off by 1. I think it's actually 6 out of 11, for whatever that's worth, for Little Falls. Neither team is, I think, shooting particularly well, but then I would hastily add, I think it's because of the opposing defenses.
Right. Both teams are coming out with good defenses. I'm surprised that Little Falls has so many more turnovers than Duluth East.
All right, gang, the stage is all set for the second half here. Duluth East with that 4-point lead. This is the 1985 Minnesota State High School Girls Basketball Tournament.
Balancing your checkbook?
Right.
Getting more complicated and expensive, right?
Right, with maximum and minimum balances per check charges, ATM charges, monthly charges, plus special 25-cent credit for every $38 less transfer charges charged.
You know, TCF's pass card checking with its hundreds of cash machines is simple and free with a low minimum.
Free?
Pass card checking is smart banking.
TCF is smart banking for all the times of your life.
Look at the Little Falls band. A quick rundown of individual scoring. Denise Holm leads all scorers with 9. Ann Ogren 7. This is for Duluth East. Mary Agnew with 4 and Jackie Picard with 2. For Little Falls, Kathy Piney and Sue Lee 7 apiece. Sandy Larson, Lorraine Pelzer with 2 apiece. 22-18, Duluth East leads as we look at the Duluth East band. And it'll be Sandy Larson and Mary Agnew at center circle as we get ready for the second half. And the winner advances to the finals. Kathy Piney. Lise again will be operating basically from the one wing, starting off on the right side, but it goes to Larson. Sandy Vosen just would not drop that time for Vosen, but she comes up with the ball. No, that was, pardon me, that was Lorraine Pelzer with the ball. Here's Sue Lease now operating against Ann Ogren. Vosen, Pelzer, Lease. 9 points for Sue Lease. 2-point edge. Now Holm and company up court. To Kerr. Picard. Rebound to Lorraine Pelzer.
Duluth East is sticking with the person-to-person defense that they finished off the first half with.
Lease. Ann Ogren has done a pretty good job staying with her. This is Pelzer.
That's a nice shot over Julie Kerr.
So the first 4 points of the second half belong to Little Falls, and we have a tie at 22. Kerr is ruled to have been fouled by Kathy Piney, and that is her third. First player, either team, with as many as 3 fouls. Out of bounds, Jackie Picard. To Holm. Back to Holm. Excellent shooter. 11 points for Denise Holm and the game's high score. 24-22, Duluth East just underway in the third quarter. This is Pelzer to Larson. Pelzer. They'll leave it for Vosen. Now Pelzer. Lease. Lease gets it back. Wouldn't drop that time for Vosen. Now Holm. Dead-eye shooting by Mary Agnew, her third field goal. 4-point lead as it was at halftime.
When you have that driving guard like Denise Holm, it just makes it so nice for her teammates. When she drives, it draws the defense off of them, and they're open to shoot.
So the teams have traded field goals here in the second half, and Duluth East has a 4-point lead. Larson at the high post for Lease. Well, she is deadly in close. 11 points for Sue Lease. Julie Kerr. The Greyhounds by 2. Turn around. Mary Agnew, her second bucket of the second half. 8 points overall. Lead pass for Larson. Jump ball is the rule. Jody Anderson, who played quite a bit in the first half, will be coming in a moment for Little Falls.
We're going to watch that play again. As Larson gets the ball, she's going to go up, and you can see the tie ball right there.
Very alert. Denise Holm comes up with the ball. Shut off at the baseline.
just keeps dribbling until she's open.
13 points for home and a 6-point lead for Duluth East. Pelzer to Larson. Felice. Oh, how clever. She draws another foul.
An unfortunate foul there. Mary Agnew was just trying to come in, and I think she was just trying to stop. You see Solis, there, just going up for the block from the side. Pretty tough way to block a shot.
That's the third foul on Mary Agnew. Sandy Larson will get a rest, replaced by Jody Anderson. And Glenda Johnson, a 5'11 senior, number 50, comes in for Duluth East. Lease to Jody. Foul. That southpaw shot by Sandy Vosen, and she was fouled in the act of shooting.
We're going to watch the play again. You can see how she goes right up in a crowd.
Glenda Johnson commits the foul after just coming into the game a few seconds ago. Vosen at the line, looking for her first score of the game. That reduces the Duluth East edge to 5 points. We're coming up to the midway point of the third quarter. Duluth East led by 4 at the half, by 1 at the end of the first quarter. And another foul is drawn.
It's on Glenda Johnson again.
This will put Jody Anderson at the line.
You see, she just caught her on the hand as she was going up to try to block the shot.
And Glenda Johnson goes out, and Ann Ogren, who rested for about a minute, comes back in. Jody Anderson, 2 free throws. That whittles a lead down to 4, 30-26. Alert rebounding and Pelzer's field goal, and it's a 2-point game. Kerr gets it to Picard. Home. My, what a job she's doing. She had 18 points last night. She has 15 already tonight. 32-28 is the score with a timeout on the floor. Duluth East has the 32 and Little Falls the 28.
Herb, do more, huh?
Yeah, got a deal.
Does it rear back grass like my lawn boy?
Nah, just cut.
Can it mow slopes like my self-propelled lawn boy?
Guess not.
Is it backed by a full-service dealer?
Dealer? Service?
Lawn Boy, more than a mower. Now for less.
Save up to $100 on a Lawn Boy now. Call 1-800-LB-MORE for your nearest dealer.
3 minutes and 56 seconds remain in the third quarter, which has Duluth East, the #1 ranked team in the state, coming into this tournament, leading by 4. My authority for making that statement, News 11's poll. And Judy Johnson, our own Judy Johnson, was a part of that poll, right, Judy?
There were a number of coaches that were on the panel to vote.
There were one from every region.
This is Little Falls, Kathy Piney. There was Lease, Jody Anderson, and she's fouled. That might have been on Ann Ogren. If so, that's number 3.
Well, Ann's got a tough responsibility here. She's supposed to take care of Sue Lease, which puts her in a place of action all the time.
Ogren now and Agnew, each with 3 personal fouls. Jody Anderson, who is 1 of 3. 2 of 4 free throws.
Duluth East might have to consider going back to their zone to try to protect those 2 valuable players.
(32-30). Picard trying to get the ball in play to Kerr. To Agnew. And now misdo everything, Denise Holm. In the lane. Won't go for the southpaw Ogren.
Falls on Mary Agnew.
And that is a very costly fourth foul on the 5'11 senior.
We're going to watch again. There goes Ann Ogren for the shot. And watch Mary Agnew from behind. She catches Jody Anderson on the arm.
Not only is it the fourth foul on Mary Agnew, it is the 15th foul on Duluth East versus only one on Little Falls. So Jody Anderson has come off the bench now and has contributed 4 points, all from the free throw line, and she could put this game in a 32-all tie with 3:27 left to play in the third period. All. Holm operating against Piney. Boy, she can dribble. Foul by Anderson. The clever ball handling by Holm set up Ogren.
We're going to watch Denise Holm. Denise is a player who credits her good ball handling to scrimmaging against the boys. She said, you have to play better there.
Ogren, who was perfect at the line in the first half, 3 for 3 while scoring an overall 7 points, has another free throw coming with 3:13 to play in the third period.
That's one of the things that we use, too, at Burnsville. We will scrimmage some of the boys' teams as we get near the end of the season for a little competition.
Lease put the ball in play. Now Piney. Picard following. Front court to Bozen. Lease. Lease. 13 points for Sue Lease. And a 34-33 lead for Little Falls. We're down to the final 3 minutes of the third quarter. Picard back to Holm. Kerr, front of the rim. Rebound, Jody Anderson. Steal by Holm. And Mary Agnew hits. 35-34 Duluth East. Lease to Piney. Back to Lease. Front court to Anderson. Now Pelzy. Boson. Piney. Lease. Jody Anderson. She's fouled. And if that is on Ogren, that's number 4 on her.
We're going to take a look at the last steal at the other end. There's Jody Anderson trying to outlet the ball. Denise Holm picks it up, dribbles into the middle, passes it off to Mary Agnew. 2 points.
It's Ogren and Agnew, 4 fouls apiece, and with 2:02 left to play in the third quarter. It's 35 for Duluth East, 34 for Little Falls.
Ray, I wanted to mention this, that really to the credit of Little Falls, they have only one player who averages in double figures. Sue Lease averages 19 points a game, her high is 26. On the other hand, Duluth East, with all kinds of balanced scoring, they have 4 players averaging in double figures. Julie Kerr, 13, Holmes, 16, Ogren, 15, and Agnew, 15. So really cool in the gang. They've done a pretty good job of not just staying in this ball game, but I mean actually having a chance as we get near the end of this third quarter to get it to approach the fourth quarter, being in a position to win this basketball game. And I think that's kind of a surprise around the state.
As I review the third quarter here, I think the real key has been the rebounding. Little Falls has been handling the boards on both ends of the floor.
And Jody Anderson has certainly made her presence felt coming off the bench. She's been rebounding, she's been blocking shots, and in the second half, 5 out of 6 free throws.
It's a big help for Little Falls.
Anderson has really beautiful free throw shooting technique. She uses her legs as a coil, as a spring. She'll come up off those legs and watch closely, and she will flick that right wrist. She has excellent style. Enemies, there's Jerry Cool and part of his gang down there with Sandy Larson, I believe. But Anderson goes to the line now, and I hope I don't jinx her. I don't like to jinx any of the girls, but watch her. She has excellent free throw shooting form. The legs and the wrist.
She has 2 free throws.
Well, I knew it. But I'll tell you right now, still good form.
That's 5 out of 8 free throws for Jody. Still with an opportunity to tie. 35-35. 2 minutes left, third quarter. Pelzer is harassing Kerr. To home. Jump ball is a ruling as Ogren and Anderson went after the ball.
That's Joe Merkinich right there. He didn't like it. Look at the look.
He didn't need to say a word, did he? He looked a little bit like Ed Asner there, didn't he?
Yes. By the way, I speak as a sort of a quasi expert on free throw shooting, having won the News 11 versus Globetrotters free throw shooting contest about a month ago.
You didn't?
Yes, I did.
I'll be darned.
I stunned everyone.
They were shooting blindfolded.
Well, they were shooting trick shots. I was just sitting there shooting free throws.
Picard to Julie Kerr. This is home. She's been just devastating for Duluth East.
She's really held them into the game.
To Kerr. Minute and a half left in the third quarter. This is home, guarded by Piney. She tried to get the ball into Ogren. Turnover.
I think the ref missed one there. As Ogren was coming across, she got a little push from Solis.
All right, now let's see if the tie will be broken by Little Falls. Well, it won't for at least that trip down the floor. Another turnover. Home. And Solis caused that turnover, and Holm, in frustration, commits the foul.
A real common error by a player when she loses the ball like that. A lot of times, here you see she gets caught underneath and she has no one to pass to. So she tries to dump it off. Jody Anderson picks up the ball, and then she goes for the steal and picks up the foul.
Well, now Jody Anderson, after that third foul committed by Denise Holm, Jody Anderson, who has been really going to the free throw line here in the second half, 6 out of 8, 6 out of 9 for the game. Little Falls by a point. .110 to play, third quarter. .37-35, Little Falls. Near turnover, Picard saves it. Now Kerr. Last touch by Duluth East. Now the officials are a little bit of doubt there. Becky Schmieding and Jay Rasmussen, they looked at each other, and the decision was made. It belongs to Little Falls.
Duluth East needs to regain their composure here to get back in the game.
Less than a minute to play in the third period.
They have gone back to their zone defense.
Piney. Anderson rebounds and is fouled. She'll be at the line again.
I think Sandy Larson is sitting on the bench wondering if she'll ever get back in the game again. Jody Anderson's doing a real nice job. Gets the ball, goes right back up with it. That's what you like to see with your offensive rebounders.
And Mary Agnew commits the 5th personal foul to send Jody Anderson to the line.
Here again, we're in the situation where Coach Merkinich now has 30 seconds to decide whether or not he would like to keep Mary Agnew in the game.
Jody Anderson has been at the line 12 times, Judy, and she has converted 9 of those 12.
It's been all free throws for Little Falls in this quarter.
Jody Anderson shooting 2.
Rebound is picked off by Ann Ogren. This is home. To Kerr. They play for one shot. 15 seconds left in the third quarter. To Carr and home on the perimeter. Now Julie Kerr.
You better start moving in.
6 seconds. To Carr. 3 seconds. Turnaround shot. No, at the buzzer. So the end of the third quarter and the score. Little Falls 37. Duluth East 35.
Hut, 2, 3, 4. March on in and save today. Right here at Viking Chevrolet in Fridley. Look at this car, brand new, 1984 Camaro. This is a Z28 loaded with air conditioning. Drive it home today. Yeah, today, 11,988. Look at this car. Look at this, friends, brand new, 1985 Chevrolet Citation. Finance it, $49 down, $169 a month, or $6,988. Let's pick up the phone. Let's give us a call, 786-6100.
When you're a senior, you're expected to think about some deep subjects. The meaning of life, money. Well, that's where TCF can help. With low-interest student loans for college or for tech. Fast card checking is free with a low minimum. And say cramming for finals and it's midnight and you need a pizza. Well, there's always a TCF cash machine near campus. That's smart banking.
TCF is smart banking for all the times of your life.
All right, there you see part of the crowd here at the Met Sports Center as we are getting ready to enter what may be the final 8 minutes. The way this game is going, maybe not. But Little Falls in that third quarter outscored Duluth East 19-13 to take a 2-point lead.
And Sandy Larson is back in the game and will be jumping at center circle with Mary Agnew. There is Lease on a planned play, I am sure, and Sandy Boson gets the field goal. 4-point lead, Little Falls. Picard in backcourt. To home. To Picard. Traveling call. And I'll tell you, that Little Falls contingent is really roaring now.
You can see the effect of the pressure throughout the game. One of the things that's a real key to full court pressure is, you know, the other team might get through for 3 quarters, but can they continue to get through it in that fourth quarter, the important ones?
Piney just got rid of it in time to Boson. Sue Lease. Oh, she was really double-teamed that time. Piney throws it away. So Duluth East down by 4. After leading by 1 at the end of the first quarter, led by 4 at the half, but now trails by 4. Whoop, there's a traveling call against Picard. So Sandy Boson will put it in play.
Coach Merkinich again, not very happy right now.
Try for a steal by home. Lease operating against Ogren. Who committed that foul? Sue Lease, her second.
There's Jerry Cool.
We're going to watch the play again. Sue Lease puts up a shot, and then you can see she didn't get good rebounding position there, and she fouls Ann Ogren.
We played 1 minute in the final period.
Duluth East is still not in the 1-and-1. That's only the third foul for Little Falls.
Well, the teams here, perhaps their eagerness, perhaps the knowledge that the winner goes to the final round, the championship game, but whatever, here in the opening minute of the fourth period, the teams have been guilty of turnovers. This is Pelzer. Boson. Pelzer again. Lease is continually maneuvering, trying to get free. Duluth East overplaying at times, trying to get the ball. Here goes Lease. against Ogren. Draws 2 people right away. 5-point lead. Little Falls with the ball. 4-point lead. Palm the ball.
Good defense that time by Duluth East.
How many times when I was doing a broadcast did I wish I had a TV monitor? We have a timeout on the floor, and the score. Little Falls 39, Duluth East 35.
Milk's got the kick that gives you more. Health kick. More nutrition in every pore. Health kick.
Milk's got the calcium and protein too. Helps us feel good in whatever we do.
Kick.
So get on a health kick, let it pour. America's favorite health kick. Get on a health kick, Milk's got more. Have more milk, 'cause Milk's got more.
Time you heard about your loan, right?
Right.
Well, any time now, that other bank, the slow one, will let you know if you get the money or not.
We're not?
How long's it been?
A week?
A week? You know, at TCF, you get a yes or a no on an installment loan in just 8 hours.
8
or
hours?
we'll give you $25.
25?
Call TCF first.
I am calling.
Our express loan service is smart banking.
TCF is smart banking for all the times of your life.
The second AA semifinal game, which will be coming up upon the completion of this one, will feature Southeastern Minnesota, Rochester, John Marshall, and Mankato East. 6:09 to play here in this first AA semifinal. Duluth East with the ball. Home. Kerr feeding to Carr, and the foul is called. I think Sandy Larson will draw that foul. Her second.
We're going to watch the replay on this. Ball goes down Jackie Carr on the baseline. Sandy Larson comes up and catches her on the shooting hand.
For Picard, her second free throw opportunity. She missed the first one. Little Falls by 3. Greyhounds trail by 2. Lease will have the job of putting the ball in play. To Piney. Back to Lease. Lease operating against Ogren. Boson. Pelzer. 5.5 minutes left. Boson to Lease.
Blocking foul away from the ball. Could you see Jerry Cool's lips there? Come on.
That foul was called on Kathy Piney, and that is her 4th.
That's always a sign of a good ref when they make that call away from the ball.
At the line, Julie Kerr. She has not scored this evening, but very much a part of this. Very much a part of this Duluth East team. And we could have a tie with 5:29 left if Judy is able to convert the second free throw. Tie. So we start practically all over. Lease gets it to Larson. Now to Pelzer. Tied at 39. 5:20 left to play in the game. Lease to Boson. And she was fouled.
Ray, the last time a Duluth East player went to the line, looking down at the Little Falls bench, as we look at that play again, you can see the foul. The last free throw shot by Duluth East, one of the Little Falls players had her hands clasped in prayer, and the other one was hiding her eyes.
Sandy Boson, 3 points. Little Falls back on top by 1. The clock shows 5:12 left. Lease. And there was a foul call. I do not know the name of the offender.
No, it was hard to say when it happened exactly. There were about 3 opportunities there.
Well, it was called on Sandy Boson, her third. Mary Agnew misses. Jody Anderson is in the game. They were waiting there, Pelzer was, for Anderson to take her position at a high post. This is Boson. Jody Anderson. That's her first field goal, but she has been a big factor in this game. 3-point lead, Little Falls, with 4.5 minutes left. Picard. 6 points for Picard. 1-point lead, Little Falls. Into front court to Boson. Steal by Home. Foul. As players hit the floor.
We're going to watch a steal here by Denise Holm as she's hustling down the floor. It's interesting to see when Lorraine Pelzer actually does the foul. You knew she was going to foul her, but was she going to foul her before she took the shot or as she went up?
There was no way Pelzer was going to let her get 2 points.
Denise Holm has been 3 of 4 from the line, 15 points overall. Now the Kerr sisters again. Julie Kerr goes out. Lori Kerr, number 30, replaces her. 4:16 left to play in the game. We could have a possible lead change or a tie. Well, it's still 42-41 Little Falls.
Joe Merkinich, he has done this for years.
Tie at 42. Ball still belongs to Little Falls.
And Ogren very aggressive down there, trying to prevent the ball from being thrown in.
In to Piney. Back to Lease. Front court to Pelzer. Home commits the foul. That's her 4th.
I think she got a little excited about her other steal and went for one that a little careless here.
And that wasn't even close. That was perhaps ill-advised.
Lorraine Pelzer is at the free throw line for the first time this evening. She has scored 3 times from the field.
Little Falls doing a nice job from the free throw line.
43-42 Little Falls, 4:05 left. In a moment, Julie Kerr is going to come back into the lineup. Home. Picard. Timeout called by Duluth East. 3:52 left to play in the game, and the score, Little Falls 44, Duluth East 42.
Pour on the power, go for the glory. This is the story of what you're made of. Beef gives strength, it helps you do it. Beef gives strength, it helps you through it.
Beef in a balanced diet. It's one of the best sources of protein, iron, and B vitamins going for a whole new pride in strength.
Beef gives strength, helps keep you going. Beef gives strength from inside. Beef puts pride in a body. Beef gives strength.
I'm Jerry Gulliver at Twin Cities Chrysler Plymouth dealer. We've taken in so many nice trades. An 82 Plymouth Horizon 4-door automatic, lots of equipment, only $123 a month. An 82 Plymouth Reliant Air Power Cloth Interior Cruise, and only $36.95 or $101 a month. And for only $24.95, Here's a 77 Olds Delta 88 Royal. Lots of equipment, air, stereo, velour interior. Only $110 a month. 100 used cars must go right now. Let's make a car deal. We're Roseville, Chrysler, Plymouth.
Here's an interesting little note, Judy.
Time's out, I think is the way they say it. Duluth East has only one left, and Little Falls has not taken a timeout yet in the game.
They have 4 remaining.
Teams are allowed 4 timeouts. It's a change from last year. Last year we were allowed 2 per half, and now it's 4 cumulative.
Out of bounds. Duluth East. Kerr. Home. Picard. Home.
Perfect, all net.
A marvelous shooting exhibition by Denise Holm. In fact, her all-around play has been something else. 44 tie. Piney into front court. Jody Anderson taken away by Kerr. Holm. 3:10 remaining. The winner goes to the championship game tomorrow evening at approximately 9 p.m. Holm working against Piney. Picard now. Game tied at 44. Leeds Reed has going back and forth here.
Oh.
He turned it over, palmed the ball.
That's too bad. It was their own player that caused that.
Sue Lease will put it in play. To Piney. Lease trying to drive. No field goal. The foul before the shot was taken, and it's on Kerr, I do believe.
We're going to watch the play again. As soon as Solis gets the ball, it's a double team with one of the guards and Ann Ogren being the other player. And Julie just reached in there to get the foul.
Good call by the official because the foul really was committed before the shot.
3 out of 4 free throws for Lease. And now the foul is committed again by Duluth East. I'm trying to remember how many times now.
We're going to watch this again. That was pretty hard to see the foul because it was behind the player. But it's a 6th foul situation now, and we've seen this earlier today, too. Jody Anderson will step to the line. She'll have 2 free throw opportunities. And then Little Falls will get the ball back again at the center line. So potential for 4 points here.
That's Sandy Vosen. 5 points for Vosen. 1 point lead. Little Falls, 2.5 minutes left to play in the game. And out of bounds possession. And Lease will have the responsibility. Now, Lori Kerr is coming in. Julie Kerr goes out. And Mary Agnew is staying in the game. That's a decision by Joe Merkinich. This is Piney. Leaving it for Boson. Sue Lease is fouled by Holm.
That's Denise's 5th foul.
That's what my record says.
We're going to watch the replay. You see Solis once again double team with the guards.
Sue Lease, 3 of 5 free throws. Now Lori Kerr goes out and Julie Kerr comes back in. 2:16 remaining.
One of the things that they're trying to do is have Ann Ogren stay in front of Solis and have the guard come around and pick off the ball. But that's real tough when you've got 4 fouls to come around and attempt to steal. Must be a Duluth East fan.
1-1. Missed 2 in a row now. 45-44, Little Falls. This is home. Julie Kerr. Agnew back to Kerr, now home. Less than 2 minutes to play. Home almost loses it. Ogren. No, she was too far underneath the basket. Boson comes up with the rebound. Lead pass for Lease.
What a shot.
Wasn't that a beautiful shot? 3-point lead. Little Falls, a minute and a half remaining. 47-44. Kerr. No. Rebound, Jody Anderson. And now Pelzer with 1:20 left. In the front court to Piney. That's pretty smart. And a timeout has been called by Little Falls. The clock says a minute 12 left to play in the game. And the scoreboard says Little Falls, the defending champions, 47. Duluth East, the #1 ranked team, 44.
You know, I don't know. We may be on the verge of seeing a major upset here. Little Falls is ranked 7th. And Duluth East is ranked #1, but really it's been an outstanding performance thus far, a surprising performance by the underdog, Little Falls.
Here we're going to watch Little Falls on that last basket, the pass up to Sue Lease. She goes up for the layup, and she was almost underneath the basket when she had to go back up to take that shot. You know, I'll be the first to admit that this surprises me. I thought that Duluth East would be able to handle the pressure that Little Falls has full court, but they've had a lot of trouble throughout the game.
And keep in mind, we have another great game following this one. Rochester John Marshall, 19-4, against the youngsters from Mankato East. Mankato East with 2 or 3 sophomores, a freshman, and a junior. No upperclassmen, and they stunned St. Paul Highland Park last night in the quarterfinal games to get to the semifinals. And that's going to be another dandy game. And the winner will go into the championship tomorrow night and play either Duluth East or Little Falls. A minute 12 left to go. Little Falls up by 3.
The young lady with the ball out of bounds, Sue Lease, the only starter remaining from the defending state champions. A minute 10 remaining. Piney being double teamed. To Boson. Now Sue Lease. Excellent ball handler. 55 seconds left. Foul with 52 seconds remaining. Now the pressure goes to LaRae Pelzer. At the free throw line, she's 2 of 2, Judy.
We're going to watch what Coach Merkinich has done is put the 2 Kerr sisters in there to prevent Denise Holm from picking up her 6th foul. She'll be back in the game now as the team goes back on offense.
That was Julie Kerr committing the foul. LaRae Pelzer at the line has scored 8 points. But the rebound is picked off by Boson. Now Sue Lease. 45 seconds left and a foul on Kerr. They just about have to foul now. Now Lease, after making 3 of 4 in the first half, has missed her only 2 opportunities in the second half. She has scored 15 points overall. 43 seconds remaining.
Still a lot of time for Duluth East here. Little Falls, on the other hand, has to convert some of these free throws.
3 in a row missed by Lease. Here comes Holm.
Talk about pressure.
Yes, 1-point lead. 30 seconds to play. Little Falls with the ball and the 1-point edge. 23 seconds. Foul on Kerr.
Kerr is great at committing the foul and saying, "Oh no, I didn't mean it." And that avoids. Really, it's a great job of acting because most of the time you do that, you're going to avoid getting the intentional 2-shot foul.
So with 20 seconds left, as Julie Kerr commits her 5th foul, this will send Kathy Piney to the line. She has not scored in the second half. She had 7 points in the first half, 3 of 6 free throws.
I would imagine that Joe Merkinich is using this 30 seconds just more or less as a timeout to confer with Julie Kerr and tell her what he would like the team to do.
He's also, I guess, trying to let Kathy Piney think about it, but keep in mind that Piney is a 5'2 senior. She played on last year's state championship team. Even though she doesn't average much, she's been through a lot of wars out there. Pretty cool customer.
20 seconds left. 47-46 Little Falls. 2-point lead.
Tough pressure free throw there.
But that was the big one there.
Right. Little Falls.
Oh, boy. Three-point lead. 20 seconds left. This is home. 15 seconds left. Yes. The southpaw, Ann Ogren, makes it a one-point game with 8 seconds left.
Fowler.
And there's the foul right there. Picard fouls Sandy Boson with 5 seconds left.
I would think Joe Merkinich would call his last time out here. You've got to get a play and get the ball down quickly.
Now, perhaps he told Denise Holm what play he wants. Yes, she's telling her teammates now. Now the pressure switches to Sandy Boson. She did not score in the first half. She has 5 points in the second half, 3 of 5 free throws. And now it's Jerry Cool saying, let's talk things over with 5 seconds remaining. What a fascinating game.
Oh, it is. It's a great game. Sandy Boson now, she is also a senior. She was part of last year's state championship team. She's a 5'8 senior, only averages about 8 points a game. She doesn't have quite the form or the style at the line that a Kathy Piney does, or perhaps a Jody Anderson. Now, there's a name we should think about, Judy. She's played a big role. She's scored quite a few free throws tonight. I think only 1 basket. But she has added an element of quickness in their lineup on the boards and down under that's really helped their attack tonight.
She has really done a nice job for Little Falls, as we said. Well, this is an interesting situation, isn't it?
Yes. And, you know, I'm thinking now of how they will try to use the 5 seconds to best advantage should the free throw be missed. Who do they go to? How do they get it to that player?
It'll be interesting to see. They'll probably have to do a pass down the floor, at least halfway down. Look for a softball player out there.
I'm trying to, does Joe have another timeout left, or has he used them all? I think he has one, does he not?
I think he has one left. I'm not positive about that.
Boson is 3 out of 6 from the line to this point.
1 and 1. 5 seconds left. 50-48. Now, this free throw here, barring something totally unusual, could ice the game as long as Little Falls does not commit any foul.
Little Falls has set up their defense now. Coach Poole has 3 players back. Well, that should do it.
3-point edge. There is the final timeout now. Duluth East down by 3. Just about has to draw a foul while in the process of scoring a field goal to gain a tie.
Well, you know what Jerry Cool is going to tell his players. You just stand there and you watch them take the ball down the floor and go up for the shot. And don't move in their direction.
And maybe we should have a camera on Jerry Cool just in case something other than that happens, Judy.
He's so excited over there, you can hardly slow down to tell them. He's telling you, we've got it. All we have to do is watch them go down and score. That's it.
Meanwhile, the other bench surrounding veteran coach Joe Merkinich, whose Duluth East Greyhounds came into this game at 21-1 and survived a very close, very tough game over St. Louis Park by 6 points last evening.
Well, all of Little Falls is standing on the far side.
51-48, Little Falls seeking to gain the championship game and at least an opportunity to repeat as state champions.
Jerry Cool running up and down the sidelines. They're going to put up a stationary picket there. As Judy said, they do not want to foul.
Unmolested at the gun. And Ogren makes it a one-point game, but Little Falls has survived.
Congratulations to Little Falls. It has to be a tough loss for Duluth East. They played well, but Little Falls was the better team this evening.
The final score in a most dramatic, most interesting semifinal game that puts the Flyers of Little Falls into the championship game against either Mankato East or Rochester John Marshall. And again, that custom that we all, I think, enjoy so very much at the end of the game.
It's a great job of coaching by Jerry Cool, who has really remarkably brought his team that was having troubles toward the end of the year. Well, actually, Judy's Burnsville team started their slide. Judy beat them by 12 points, and then they lost to Wilmer by 3. They lost to, they were hammered by Grand Rapids. Look at that, my goodness. 67-51. And then Rocori beat them by a point, although they came back and defeated Rocori in the playoffs. But Jerry Cool now has gone over, and there is one happy dude down there. He's already won 2 state championships. He wants a 3rd. Let's go down to Randy Shaver.
All right, Jerry, are you happy?
Just a little bit. Oh, aren't they great?
Congratulations to you.
Thank you. Thank you. You see why I never rated our team first. I always like to rate someone ahead, see? We like to be underdogs.
Last Sunday night, I called you for your final poll, and I said, who's number 1? What did you say?
I said, well, Duluth is right now.
Congratulations. I had to laugh because on the foul rule, where you had the 2 free throws, Sandy Boson was at the line, and she hit the first free throw. She did a little shuffle, and there's so much tension in this game, but you guys just shared a little smile there.
I can't believe these kids. She's been missing them in the games when they get the big crucial game. That's what they are. These are tournament teams. What a super bunch of kids. I just love it.
How hard has it been to repeat as the state champion or almost be there? You're one game away from doing it. Did you ever think when you started this season out they could get this close again?
Well, you know, I had confidence in the kids all the time. You know, I always think that. You know, I don't care whether we lose 20 games or what. I always think we have that opportunity. We have that chance. It depends on how hard they want to play. But these kids, we had a hard time in our sub-region. We had an hard time beating Tech. We had a hard time beating Rocori, and then Bemidji. And then last night, it wasn't a runaway. It may have the score looked like that, but it really wasn't. And then tonight was a super.
Do you think that region helped you?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Oh, they made us start working because we were in a plateau there for a while. Then all of a sudden, we got into it. We took a little look at ourselves on TV, and then we started playing ball. Oh, how sweet.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
We talked to Sandy Boson. Where's Sandy at?
Where's Bosie?
I want to ask you what you were thinking on the foul line. You guys were tied there. You put them up to stay on the free throw and the foul rule. You guys, you held you
running man killers.
I saw a little smile between you two. You did a little shuffle after you hit the free throw. What were you thinking?
Well, I haven't been a very good free throw shooter, and I just hoped to make the first one. Then when I made it, I was all right. And then I got my confidence.
I think you all have your confidence. Congratulations to you all. We'll see you tomorrow night in the championship. Let's go back upstairs.
Well, I tell you, there aren't many. What can you add to that? That's what it's all about.
Oh, yeah. Oh, boy. Pure, unadulterated joy.
Our hearts go out to Joe Merkinich and his squad. They had a great team, ranked #1. They were the odds-on favorite coming into this game, and they played them tough. But I think if you look at the quarter-by-quarter scores, the third quarter told the tale. That's when Little Falls came back. They were down at the half by 4, but they outscored Duluth East 19-13 in that third quarter, and then held them off to win it by 1 point, and they will move into the finals for the 2nd straight year. And if you'll recall, last year they were embroiled in a neck-and-neck battle with Judy Johnson's Burnsville Braves before Little Falls finally won that game. So they seem to be able to rise to the best when they're under pressure, but they're going to have their work cut out tomorrow night because they're going to go up against either Rochester John Marshall are the Whiz Kids from Mankato East.
You know, Tom, it's I guess, a habit in this country that it's pay attention to the victors and, you know, forget the losers. But if I've ever seen an all-tournament performance, it was turned in by Denise Holm.
Without a doubt.
Oh, she had 20 points to lead all scorers. Remarkable performance.
She scored most of her points in the first half. She was not nearly as damaging to Little Falls, or am I wrong on that?
She had 9 in the first half and 11 in the second.
Okay, well, then pretty even. It just seemed like she didn't contribute that much in the second half, although the figures certainly proved that wrong. She was, I guess what I'm thinking about, not quite as dominant on the floor and moving that ball around and defensively the way she was. But she is really a major part of their attack. They have a great team. They have nothing to be ashamed about. I know they're going to go back to their hotel and just feel awful, but hopefully by tomorrow they'll shake it off and go in there and give it a good tussle in that third-place game. So that is the final action in that semifinal game that sends Little Falls to the championship in AA. And that is the end of the contest. We have another one coming up. The final score of the game you just saw, surprising Little Falls 51 and Duluth East 50.